What's up, everybody? Superbad JuJu here, and I wanted to take a minute to talk about Tyra, the new champion for high-res's game Paladins. Now, if you look at Tyra, she's a sort of huntress of sorts. She got a bear cloak, assault rifle, and I know what you're thinking, assault rifle, grenades, she's gonna be like Victor, right? Wrong. That's what I thought initially myself, but after having played her, she fills a much different role. Tyra is sort of, the result of min-maxing at its finest. She's all offense, no defense. She doesn't have any sort of escapability, any kind of mobility, but she is extremely deadly. She has an assault rifle, which she hip fires. She has a Molotov cocktail that does % health damage. She has a grenade launcher, which can do 700 damage up front and, fairly frequently, too. And on top of that, she's got a hunter's mark, which allows her to mark a target, reveal them, and gives her bonus damage against that target. So she's kind of like an area denial character, really, and a full-on tank killer. But you have to play her with a coordinated team. She really shines when she has people who can help protect her and ensure that the flanks aren't going to drop in and annihilate her. Tyra's ultimate's pretty cool. It allows her to lock and load and shoot unlimited bullets for about 4.5 seconds, 40% increased movement speed, and 40% increased fire speed. It's great for taking out tanks or sneaking in behind enemy lines and just unloading on everybody. As far as Tyra's cards go, I'm a big fan of the cards that lower cooldowns, lower reload speeds, and the card she has that increases the healing reduction of her firebomb. Now, Tyra does have a bunch of mobility-enhancing cards, but because she doesn't have a real escape ability, I find that moving a little bit quicker often doesn't help me get out of any of those bad situations. So I'd rather go all in on her concept of being a glass cannon and pick cards that are going to help me deal more damage more often. Anyway, let's have a look at some gameplay here. So here's how a typical fight will go. Someone comes after you, you hunter's mark them, hit him with that grenade right off the bat for 700 damage, and then try and finish him off. It's important you hit him with that grenade to get the head start you need. Otherwise, you're going to have to hit a lot of headshots to be able to kill somebody before they're able to kill you. Tyra's ultimate's fantastic for mopping up those low health champs or helping your team push forward aggressively. I'm a huge fan of Tyra's card that gives her reload speed after firing a grenade because you're never caught with your pants down reloading when you need to be shooting. Her hunter's mark is fantastic because it highlights your target, and in this case, my team is able to help me kill that Androxus before he's able to kill me. As far as burn cards for Tyra go, I'm a big fan of Wrecker because she's able to annihilate shields extremely fast with it. Cauterize, on the other hand, can also be a good pick because it allows her to just pepper the entire enemy team and keep that healing debuff there. For her yellow cards, I think that Chronos or Morale Boost are the way to go. I'm not a fan of Nimble because, again, it's no substitution for not having a mobility ability. I'd rather play to her strengths and try and patch up her weaknesses. Speaking of weaknesses, positioning is extremely important with her because it only takes one Makoa hook to seal your fate. All in all, I think Tyra's a good choice if you're going up against a tank-heavy team and you have people to protect you. I wouldn't pick her if you know the enemy team is going to have a lot of flanks, though. I think Tyra is one of those champs who'll probably do really well in low-level casuals, but it's going to be a lot harder to play up against a team that knows to send someone after her. Tyra is also pretty vulnerable against targets who can attack her at range. You can burst fire, but you can't really keep up any sort of consistent damage against targets who are far away from you. As such, I think Tyra is probably best on maps with a lot of enclosed spaces and choke points. Always stay near your team when you play Tyra. That way you can protect them from anyone who gets too close, and they can protect you from anyone who's trying to attack you at range. Overall, I really like Tyra. I was pleasantly surprised to see how different she was from Victor. I'm excited to see who the next champion that Hi-Rez releases is. I'll be sure to do a video for them too. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button to be notified when I post more videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below in the chat. And as always, friends, may your mojo stay mighty.